Donald J. Trump is not a commander in chief. He is also the divider in chief. No, I'm not talking about the blatant racism or the inherent sexism. I am talking about dividing households by gender. No other president in modern history has divided men and women as much as the current president. Let us take a quick look at the four battleground states: Pennsylvania, Florida, Arizona, and North Carolina. As you can see from this table, more than 1 out of every 2 men support Trump, and more than 1 out of every 2 women support Biden. The numbers are nearly identical in North Carolina. 54% of women want Biden to be the president, and 52% men want Trump to be the president. I don't think there was any presidential candidate in recent history to have split men and women in this fashion. Now, why is this happening? Is it because of Trump, or is it because of Biden, or is it because of both? I think it has a lot to do because of the choice we have been offered this year. These numbers would have been completely different if, in case, the choice this year was between Trump and Hillary. As Trump kept doubling down with his erratic behavior, viciously attacking anything and everything that comes across his path, statements like this,
correct.
She starts asking me all sorts of ridiculous questions, and you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
So, statements like that certainly didn't help. A lot of women tried to look the other way and voted for him in 2016 and decided this time that they are not going to do that again because they have a better alternative on the other side. It is very clear that Trump's behavior is a bit more palatable to men, but it has turned women completely against him. In Pennsylvania, just 33% women express support for their president. It's 37% in Florida and 42% in Arizona. The verdict is out. Out of 10 women, less than 4 support Trump and more than 6 support Biden. So just to reiterate this point, see what happens in this clip. It's less than 30 seconds.
Listen to the science. If the scientists say that... I'm sorry. If the scientists...
As Biden was talking to reporters a couple of days ago, he starts inching closer to them. Jill Biden suddenly comes in, pushes Joe Biden a few steps back, and Biden quickly apologizes, says, "I'm sorry," acknowledging that he made a mistake. These simple gestures may go unnoticed in the men's world, but it seldom goes unnoticed in the women's world. These little things keep reinforcing the fact that Biden is a decent man and that he will not have a problem in admitting a mistake when he does one. The ability to say sorry stands tall. How many mothers want their son to behave and talk like Donald Trump? How many mothers want their son to behave and talk like Joe Biden? And that line is exactly where they are breaking hard towards Biden. 6-4 in most states and 7-3 in several states. Trump's debate performance may have sent his already underwater numbers into a free fall. I think he is going to bottom out at 30% support level from women. Not just black women, Trump is doing badly with white women as well. Not just white women with a college degree, Trump is doing badly with white women without a college degree as well. Not just young women, Trump must be doing badly with older women as well. Biden may or may not win this election, but with just less than 30 days to the election, there isn't enough time, space, and money for Trump to do something and win the women of the country. If you're thinking, what's a big deal, he will make up for his losses with men, then you might be in for a shock. No, he cannot make up for his losses with women because women outvote men every single time and in every single state. In November 2018, 65.31 million women voted in elections across the country. In 2016, it was 73.7 million women. The difference between men and women in both the elections in favor of women is nearly 10 million. There wasn't a single state in which more men voted than women. Not a single state. In 2016, in Arizona, women outnumbered men voters by 223,000. In Michigan, it was 413,000. In Pennsylvania, Florida, and Texas, the difference between men and women is more than 500,000. Women vote more than men by a good margin, and women prefer Biden over Trump by an even bigger margin. That margin is already at historical proportions now. So when is exactly the time to talk about a landslide? I think it will be better to leave that topic to after November 3rd. Trump campaign knew this dynamic, that there is a train wreck hurtling towards them at an enormous speed. They tried the law and order scare tactics to get suburban women voters back into the Republican fold by making them fearful of unrest and positioning Trump as the better option to maintain peace. But it looks like women across the country have called a big BS on Trump's law and order messaging. The response has been so bad that Trump campaign now sparingly uses the law and order versus unrest ads these days. They are now all in with radical left and Supreme Court nomination now. So there is no reset option left. Trump is underwater with women across the country and he is sinking fast. According to exit polls in 2016, Trump had the support of 45% women. He is now a good 10 points below that level. The near 10% drop in Trump's support with women this year is more than enough to sink him even in some deep red states. In 2016, everything that could go wrong with polling went wrong because there were plenty of people who were planning to vote for Trump but refused to tell the pollsters their true preference. This time, the polls could be wrong again, and I think they are wrong, but not for Trump, but for Biden. The numbers are clear that there is a good chance that more than 1 out of every 10 households is voting a split ticket, husband for Trump and wife for Biden. Now, how many households are out there where the wife didn't tell her true preference because she was answering the pollster from her house? There is an extremely high degree of chance that polls are underestimating women's support for Biden. I think the support is possibly around 70% for Biden and 30% for Trump. You will have to wait until the exit polls are out to prove me wrong, but I guess it's worth the wait. Women are the silent majority in this election. If Biden wins, it will be because the silent majority has decided to let the world hear their voice. Thanks for watching. And if you like it, please subscribe.